the signals for the Baltimore Colts. Unitas gives to Amici. The Colts are the world champions. Amici scores.
It's amazing, sensational, dramatic, heart-rending, exciting, thrilling finish in the history of college football. California has won the big game. 5 seconds left in the game. You believe in miracles? Yes!
This is Phil Steele.
This is Mike Burnett.
This is Wes Durham.
This is Mike Ashley.
Hi, this is Chuck Foreman, number 44 of the Minnesota Vikings.
Woo, mercy, this is handsome Jimmy Vane, the Boogie Woogie Man.
This is Coach Fry with Virginia Tech Football, and you are listening to Big Dog Sports Talk.
Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Okay, let's do it.
You're in the doghouse with Rick Watson on Big Dog Sports Talk, presented by Pulaski County Sports and Entertainment. Join us in the Family Fencing Studios and chime in on the McClellan Chiropractic chat line. He's keeping cool with help from Little River Heating and Air, but this show is straight fire. And now, the big dog, Rick Watson.
And good morning. How are you? It's the finally Friday edition of the program. You see, because I have a graphic up that says finally it's Friday.
Rick Watson's got the mic.
Welcome, everybody.
Dog King.
Hope you're doing well, wherever you might be.
Virginia Tech fire.
Hit us up in the McClellan Chiropractic chat room, whatever might be on your mind. Also on the Professional Door Incorporated text line. Oh, I didn't mean to stop that. But, oh, well. It's the wrong button there. How's everybody doing? Heading into the weekend, Easter weekend. Hope you're well, wherever you might be. Today, Jonathan Sweet joins us from Pulaski County Sports and Entertainment. Mike Ashley in the open mic. And Jen gets to tell us once again why she's not going to play the saxophone for us. Yeah, I have not heard an update. We did not do a test run this week. So I'm guessing if we did not do a test run, then that means that we will not have Jen joining us on the program today with her saxophone in hand. I know, pretty lame. How's everybody doing headed to the weekend? Doing well. I'm doing well. Baseball last night, Radford got a big dub. Over Upstate to start their series. Good game. Hey, what's up, K-State Rob? Great to see you, man. You look great. Rob was out. We were in the park, and I always like to take a pregame walk. You look great. And it was great to see K-State Rob. He was out running in the park. What's up, Zaxert? Did I say that right, Zach? Zaxert? Good to see you, man. T-Bird, good morning. How are you? What's up, Vic? Vic, you've been a great addition, man. Always good questions. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, we're going to get into that. Chandler Morris was trying to come back for a 7th season of eligibility, and he got denied yesterday. Shot down, as he should have. Come on, man. Oh, Zach, I'm telling you, brother. I mean, I had Duke going to the Final Four. I think a lot of people did. It was a complete meltdown and just the perfect storm. And to see when the Mallory kid hit a 30, that was a legit 35-footer. I mean, it was just incredible. You sit there, it's one of those moments that you watch and it's surreal when it's happening. And I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not a Duke fan at all. I'm not a Connecticut fan, but you see that happen. You have to sit there for a second and check yourself. I remember I just let out a yell. My son came down. What? You got to see this. Crazy. It was crazy. So we'll see what happens this weekend. Tomorrow will be the Final Four, tomorrow evening. I think it's going to be UConn and Arizona. Now, we've got the final results in from the attorney, Ryan Pry, our BDST fan question of the week. And Michigan made a strong push, but it was UConn and Arizona U. We had 42 responses in all, which is pretty good. And, yeah. Morning, Prometheus, you lighter of fire, you. I've got Arizona to win it all, Zach. How about you? Please subscribe and like the channel, man. Spread the word. Got an update on subscriptions, by the way, which we're going to get into, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Vic, the Raiders. Now, see, I'm a Broncos lifer, and the Raiders keep making good move after good move. I love what they did. Now, keep in mind, I read the contract. They're not going to pay him $20 million. It's going to be a deferred thing. They'll end up paying him around $5 million, the way it's going to work. I think it's a great signing. The Raiders are on the way back. He is going to be the perfect guy to help out Mendoza. I'm telling you, the Raiders keep making good moves, and I couldn't be more disgusted. He wants to be back with Clint Kubiak, who I think is going to be a star. I do too, Prometheus. It's perfect. Damn you, Prometheus, you and your Raiders. You know who I think, I think Clint Kubiak, I want everybody to remember I said this. I think Clint Kubiak is going to be like Sean McVay for the Rams. That's my hot take. Clint Kubiak will be the next Sean McVay. You watch. You watch. That's the head coach of the Rams. Vic says, bet the Artemis 2 space caps on Arizona. All right, so let's get an update. They are headed toward, they had to get clearance. They're headed toward the moon now, right? That was the last update I saw. It's pretty cool. I'm still pretty stoked about this. And I can't wait till they get there. I can't wait to see the updated technology show us more things. They're showing great shots of them outside of the Earth's atmosphere, and to see, sorry, flatliners. Hey, did you know the Earth's round? I know. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether you knew this or not, but the Earth.
Oh my. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I know.
That was out of nowhere.
I know. Prometheus says, think about how many dark years I've had. Don't Raiders fans deserve this? No, they don't. Nah, I get it. Look, any loyal fan, but anybody who's a loyal fan, and I'm the loyalest of fans that there is with my teams. I've had all my favorite teams since I was like 5. So I get it. But I really believe they're on the way back. Mendoza's going to be a star. Cousins is going to earn a lot of money. He got humbled. He didn't need to be humble. He's always been a humble guy. All the crap. He got screwed over in Atlanta. Let's just say it the way it is. He got screwed over in Atlanta. That bad GM, bad coach. He's the perfect tutor for Mendoza. Such a smart signing. The only thing that didn't go right for the Raiders was the whole, Crosby thing, and he seems to be happy to be going back there. So maybe that works out better, right? That's not unlike Broncos had a situation like that with Elvis Doomerville back in the day. That's back when they did all the stuff with health reports and trades with faxes or whatever, or free agent offers. The Broncos thought they had a deal done with him. They sent a fax to his agent that never arrived. And they thought the only offer they had was with the Ravens. So he signed with the Ravens. And I was like, what? I just read the Broncos had. He said, well, we never got it, and found out that the fax machine screwed up. So didn't work out good for the Broncos because I really liked Elmas Doomerville. Hey, where's our Louisville guy? Elmas Doomerville came from Louisville. But, yeah, man, good stuff. Good stuff all the way around for you, Prometheus, I think is coming. May not be next year, but it's coming. It's coming. And I am looking forward to seeing Mendoza develop as a pro. I think he's going to be really good. Really good. I'm answering a text line question here. But yeah. We got good stuff today. Jonathan Sweet's going to join us, Pulaski County Sports Entertainment. And we're looking forward to Jen. And we're looking forward to Mike Ashley and the open mic. What's up, Tebow? Yep, Crosby seems happy, man. He's, he said, I saw an interview with him. He did it on a podcast. Prometheus, you may have seen that. And he said that it felt weird the whole time he entered the building in Baltimore. He said, I get there. Here I am supposed to be this crown jewel. They gave up a lot. They put me in a room. And they leave me there for like 40 minutes. And he's like, well, they were talking to the guy from Cincinnati. What's his name? The defensive end they ended up signing. Hickerson. So he said maybe it worked out in retrospect better that he wasn't there. So that's just strange to me, the way they handled that. But they got the medicals back and didn't like it. Basically, that's what Baltimore did. But they should have just been up front. Said, we've got you here. We're not getting the same report that we were given, so this thing's not going to happen. Instead of just treating him that way, that was just weird. It was just weird. Yeah, free agency's kind of been on hold for a while. It's a little strange. Nothing's happening there. Draft's going to come up. Broncos won't have a lot of draft capital now that they've got Waddle. Still need a tight end. But the AFC West has a chance now to be just this massively strong division from top to bottom for a while. I don't think the Chiefs are going to go away. We'll see. They won't be as dominant, but they're not going to go away. I think the Chargers are going to be good. As long as Harbaugh's there, they're going to be good. May not be Super Bowl good, but they're going to be good. And now the Raiders are coming up. The Broncos are starting to come back. That's going to be a really good division. I don't know, Prometheus. That situation with Hurts is a lot worse than we thought. We were on this too. David Smith and I were talking. He mentioned it yesterday. There's a lot of inner turmoil with that team. And I saw some speculation about that too, how the organization wanted to get some information out there kind of against him to let them know, maybe to motivate him. I know it's a weird way to motivate somebody, but you could tell it. You could tell it last year. And I'll tell you this, in this day and age especially, all right, and I don't mean to bring everything back to my teams, but I know how it all played out. You guys may remember in the early 90s, Dan Reeves and John Elway had a huge battle for a while. John Elway got sick and tired. It was after the San Francisco Super Bowl when they got blown out. And Elway was very angry about not having weapons. Well, they had the Pickens kid out of Tennessee at the time coming out of the draft. And he was one of the top receivers. And Elway was really saying, let's go get him. I need somebody that can stretch the field. Carl Pickens, was that it? No, that's the wait a minute, that's the old guitar player. what was his name? Receiver out of Tennessee, Pickens. Anyway, so Elway or his agent had been given some assurances they were going to take Pickens, but instead Dan Reeves drafted Tommy Maddox. Not only did he not draft the receiver, he drafted another quarterback. So Elway demanded a trade, and they had worked out a trade with the Redskins. Pat Bowlen, the new owner, said, no, that's not going to happen. No. And ended up firing Dan Reeves. Now, that's not going to happen in Philly to that degree, but if you don't have harmony with your head coach, and apparently Jalen Hurts doesn't have harmony with anybody right now, I don't think that team wants to follow him anymore. He's got a weird emotional gait about him as a quarterback. But he may need a change of scenery. And if the Eagles are doing all this, there's a lot of problems there. It may not have all been A.J. Brown. Tebow, you're an Eagles guy. Where's Ryan Pride, the attorney? He's an Eagles guy. What do y'all think? Yeah, we've all been wrong before, and we'll be wrong again. But, yeah, welcome. Good question. So, Zach said he's got Arizona too. Yeah. I think it'll be Arizona and UConn, and I think it'll be a good game on Monday night. Now, will I be able to stay up? I don't know. Are they going to start it after 9 again? I bet they are, aren't they? Is that what they're going to do? 9 o'clock. I don't. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. What time do you guys think the national championship is going to start on Monday? No, it hasn't gone out that far yet. It's probably going to be 9 o'clock. It's hard. It's very, very difficult to come back from that. Yeah, he said he couldn't read his own defense. That means that it's probably somewhat unanimous in that organization about him. The guy's got a Super Bowl. I don't know. It's weird, man. Ever weird. Very, very weird. Very, very weird. But we'll see. Yeah, his play does look like that. And usually what that means is the guy's not taking the time to put into work to get better. In other words, they're not seeing the thing that they feel like a franchise quarterback who's making gobs of money, what they need him to be going forward to try to win another Super Bowl. That's usually what that means. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's usually what that means. They're not seeing the leadership that they want out of that position. Usually. You can see it on the field. He doesn't lead those guys, or at least he didn't feel like it last year. And I've always liked him. I've always liked Jalen Hurts. I think what he went through, getting replaced at Alabama and going to Oklahoma and winning a Super Bowl. I don't think he's a bad dude at all. But something's happened there. Something slipped there. My take on Tiger Woods. Frustratingly sad, since I was such a massive Tiger Woods fan. The body cam footage was released, and he's just sitting there going, I wasn't on. And he tested clean, but he did have painkillers. His body's beat all to hell, right? He's had so many surgeries. So they're thinking maybe that the hydro, whatever it is that he was on, may have messed him up. He said he was actually on the phone with President Trump at the time. It's sad for me, Vic. You know, I mean, I hate to see him fall like that. He's obviously got massive addiction problems. I hate it. I hate to see it happen. I mean, I know he's never going to win again on the tour because he just can't. He's physically unable to play, but to see this kind of downfall. I want him to get, that's funny. I was going to say, I want him to get help. I want him to get help before he ends up not being here any longer. And I don't say that facetiously at all. I'm worried about that. He's got all the money. He's a billionaire. You can argue he's the greatest of all time. A lot of people are going to say that. He's got a legacy that will go unmatched in the game, but everything keeps happening outside of it. But that bothered me a lot, Vic. It did. I hated to see that happen again. No, I agree, Tebow. And, if a quarterback doesn't respect coaching staff, that's going to be a problem. Because that's going to trickle down. Let me grab the animal real quick. He's standing here going, "You going to let me in? I've been out all night." Dude, what are you doing? Let me grab him. Hang on. Balboa's got that look on his face like, hey, hello, you see me? Yeah, Puka Nacua checked himself into rehab. He's got an addiction problem. And there's no embarrassment, nothing to be ashamed of. Go and try to get the help you need. I have a lot of respect. And he made it public for a reason, because he can be an example. It's why I'm always, and now we make a lot of Cowboys jokes here, but I am always going to be a Dak Prescott fan. If you read the stories on Dak Prescott, 2 different times, one time he did try to commit suicide, and he was about ready to try to do it even after he was the quarterback of the Cowboys, because his depression had reached such unbelievable levels. So he had to go get massive help, and he had nothing but the support of his teammates and the organization. And now he's going around promoting mental health. I lived with it with my son. It's a real thing. There were a lot of things I did not understand about the chemical imbalances that the doctor explained to me that trigger all this. It's not just a choice. It's not just one day you wake up and you go, man, I'm really depressed. No, it just kind of envelops you from within. And that's why they give you the meds to try to fight and to see his fight and the way he came back. I'm always going to be a Dak Prescott fan. I really am. And he's helped a lot of people with his foundation. And I think Puka Nacua can do that too. Tiger could really be that guy. But for me, this is exactly right. He's got to get help. Yes, Vic, I'm with you. And I say that not only for my dad. That was my dad's favorite. Jack Nicklaus is going to own all the records forever. From beginning to end, Jack Nicklaus has the best career ever. For about a 5-year span, Tiger Woods had the best 5 years of any golfer ever. I think that's how we can satisfy that. Hell, Tiger says that Jack's the greatest ever. He doesn't sit around, no, it's me. And that's what I've always liked most about Tiger. All the things that he's had to deal with, all the issues aside, he's always been pretty humble considering how unbelievably great he was from beginning. Love for his parents, how he broke down the first major he won when his dad had passed. It's emotional stuff, man. But he is a fallen American hero now. We don't have that many sports heroes. You remember we growing up, all of our sports people we looked up to were heroes. And you didn't shy away from it at all. And now you wonder about because of social media and the internet and everything else, now will we ever have heroes again? Like real heroes, because we find out too much about them. It's why Hollywood is ruined. We find out how twisted their minds are politically and the things that they really think about this country. I don't want to go watch them in a damn movie. What do I care about any of those people? They hate us. They don't live in the real world, yet they try to tell the rest of us how we're supposed to live. You're adult pretenders. Prometheus says we talk about these kids getting big bag, but with money comes problems. Money is the root of all evil. 100%. 100%. The Tech quarterback situation, Tebow says, I think we all agree the talent's there, but the depth. But isn't depth different than talent? We know about depth once we see these guys play. Well, what's amusing to me is to see people actually thinking that Grunkmeyer's not going to be the quarterback. I see all this, the Virginia Tech quarterback battle. There is no quarterback battle. It's going to be Ethan Grunkmeyer, unless some devastating injury, God forbid, happens. There's no push from Hune. There's no Baker spring performance. It's going to – no, they didn't pay Grunkmeyer $3 million to come in and watch two young quarterbacks play the game. Let's start looking at this from a common sense perspective as opposed to trying to create stories and clickbait headlines from tech sites. James Franklin says he won't name a quarterback. Stop. And you know why? Because this Tebow, I'm going to answer. You've answered the question. Do you know another reason why? Because we've seen Ethan Grunkmeyer do it at the highest level of the damn sport for an extended period of time. He was really good for Penn State. You know why? Because he started major college football games. He had Indiana, the freaking national champion, on the ropes. They could not solve that Penn State offense in that game because of the way Grunkmeyer played. But yet we're supposed to read an article. Oh, I'll tell you, the quarterback battle is really heating up. This freshman is – stop. And there's probably people, oh, really? There is no quarterback battle in Blacksburg. None. Zero. It's Ethan Grunkmeyer. And you're going to be very glad that it's Ethan Grunkmeyer, because I think he's going to continue to develop. Jeez Louise. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm seeing these articles. What are you doing? It's clear what the people who type the headlines are trying to get people to. You know what I think, by the way? You ready for this? I think Grunkmeyer could be all ACC. I don't know who the hell else is coming back at quarterback. Duke lost theirs. Miami lost theirs. Clemson's going to have a new quarterback. I don't know who the hell the Florida State quarterback is going to be. Ethan Grunkmeyer could be the all-ACC quarterback. And James Franklin knows it. Can we just stop with all the clickbait? That's exactly the way it's going to turn out, Tebow. Grunk's number one. Baker, in case they need him, will be number two. And Hune's going to be number three. And here comes my speculation. That would probably be the pecking order for the next 3 years. Hune's not going to be in Blacksburg. Sorry. Baker may not be in Blacksburg. They may have to reinvest the backup position because I think Grunk's going to be that good. And that's fine. If he comes in and does what I think he's going to do in this offense, who cares about who's behind him? Yeah, you want a good number two in case he goes down, but you don't worry about upsetting young quarterbacks in today's market. You know what? You go out and you'll find one you can purchase. So it'll be a backup and we'll go, okay, I'm ready. I'm good. But you can't have your cake and eat it too. If this kid Hune supposedly is that good, and, Coach Elmo said he has the potential to be really good, that's great. But do you really expect him to sit here for 3 hours? For 3 years in this climate The old days, sure. Absolutely. Now, no. That's right. They are doing the same thing at LSU. I mean, they have Sam Levitt, and they spent – what did they spend? Let me look that up. What was that, Prometheus? Was it like $6 million? Wasn't that right? But Landon Clark has been taking some first-team reps, and he might be the number 2 there. But obviously, it's going to be Sam Levitt, the quarterback. But I'm glad to see Landon is – he took a bag, but he went to a place that develops quarterbacks, or at least a coach that understands quarterbacks. I don't know if LSU really develops quarterbacks. They have Burrow, but it's going to be Sam Levitt because they paid him. I think they paid him $6 million. Didn't they pay him $6 million? I just saying that still sickens me that you sit here and have these conversations. But I think Ethan Grunkmeyer is going to be terrific. I just have that vibe. I don't know what it is. I just have that vibe. I remember watching him play that game. What's great now is you go back, and I sat down and I remember watching that game. We had a rare Saturday off that day. Didn't have a Radford event. And I'm like, man, that kid's good. That kid's really good. Yeah, that's true. Jaden Daniels came from LSU too, amongst other places. But yes, he did finish up at LSU. Kind of like Creed. There are other cats and dogs in the hood, but only one king. It's funny you say that too, because he is now, by the way, and I know y'all get tired of hearing about Balboa Creed, but come on. He's the mask. He's a miracle. He is. He's a miracle. He's now in king mode. Like, he sprawls out on the front porch right in the middle, and it's not an accident, where the steps come up, and he's sitting there now with the warm weather, and he's looking out in his yard going, yeah, I've made it. I got through the winter. Yeah, we mentioned Burrow. Radford's a basketball school, Vic. We are always going to be men's basketball. We don't have football. Would you go to a rave? Sure, why not? If Selma Hayek, Zan, invited me to a rave, you damn right I would be there. Hello, Rick. Yes, Selma. I feel like raving this weekend. Let's go, Selma. Let's go. I'd have to take a lot of Advil, get my body right. Maybe Crunk walked in singing a Dave Matthews song, so they benched him. Yeah, he walked by Franklin. What? Ethan, can you come see me for a second? Can you come here for a second? What did we talk about? What did we talk about? What? No Dave Matthews in the complex. You know what? Go take third team reps. Yeah, I did. I lost her audio. I did. I had some Selma. I had some Selma clip. Maybe I can find some I can download. I follow this X account. I don't know what it's called. It's got Modern Selma, and they showed her at 59 the other day out in the ocean. And I'm like, what? She's not from this place. Okay, I'm with you, son. I'm there. Make me take shots off of a 21-year-old. Let's go. Selma would understand. If I went with Selma, she'd, oh, go, Rick. Go have fun. Please subscribe, like, and share. Can I go ahead and do this, by the way? I haven't done this yet. Hang on. Rick at a rave. What do you think? Should we take the BDST clan on a rave? Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you missed it or not, but over the last 3 days, that has happened. We are at 1,000 subscribers. Right? Isn't that great? Huh?
Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. That was out of nowhere. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. That was out of nowhere.
That's right. 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone. We appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, and share the channel. That looks pretty damn good right there, doesn't it? Those 4 numbers look good. But we're there. Is Jen playing today? We didn't do a warm-up session. It's almost right now more fun her catching the grief she's getting from all of y'all. What's up, Coach Elbow? We'll get you back on money, talk about your trip. You sent me some great pics, Route 66. That was cool. Coach Elbow has been traveling to Mexico. I wonder if he went on a Bigfoot expedition like I did. Rick, take your shirt off. Did I miss it? I had subscriber. I did. Did the whole show, waved it around. Did like a little short video. Tebow says, I'll say part of this makes me think the Eagles hired an OC that totally doesn't fit Hurts' game to push him out the door. Could be. You never know, man. Yes, that calls for a live celebration, as long as we can stay above 1,000. Remote at Panera. What was great, as soon as it happened, and I had no idea it had happened, and I get all these emails from YouTube. Congratulations. Oh, my goodness, you've reached the – whoa, congratulations, along with your amazing viewing optics. You now can do this. You now can do this. You're now eligible to do this. So right now what this means is if you go back and watch the show, I believe you'll start to see ads. You'll start to see ads running like a real channel. So let me know. That's right, Wayne. You got to do what you got to do. Like if someone wants to take me to a rave, I've got to go to a rave. Would I accept sponsorship from a sports betting company? Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? What do I care? If they want to pay me a certain amount of money, well, I mean, why not? It's good for college sports, good in pro sports. Hell, they'll run a FanDuel ad right when they get ready to have the game-scoring touchdown, the game-winning touchdown. There's no rules anymore. I would do that, and then I'd have like a sponsorship from one of the companies that's out trying to regulate and monitor sports betting. And that means when you get 1,000, that's new ways that you'll probably get notices too, especially those that are already members. If you want to, like, during a live chat, donate $1 or something. I want to see if that works to help the show. Wayne says, I have seen 3 Blue Chew commercials and it's all diaper commercials already. Is that true? I don't know. Maybe so. First commercial you see on the rewatch. It won't be during the live show, but it'll be during rewatches. They show a woman sitting on the couch like this. I always knew it'd be difficult for Ted, but boy, things got turned around quickly when we went to Vivacia. I have no idea what that means. Vivacia really got our marriage back on track. That's the first ad. That was funny. It was funny, Wayne. What was the old Saturday Night Live skit? Oops, I crapped my pants. We have a real oops, I crapped my pants commercial. It's good stuff. K-State Rob says, will Tatum O'Neal be in the rave? You know, I'm sure Tatum knows Selma. I'll tell you what, Rob, I'll get Selma to make some calls. Look, we might be a little older, but I think we all could handle a rave. Is that where y'all want to do? You imagine Coach Elmo doing the rave? Have you seen Coach Elmo's wife? Woo. Now, there's a guy that recruited. He's recruited great his entire career, but I believe, Coach, I hope I don't get it wrong. I believe Janet is his wife's name. Beautiful woman. She would go to the rave, and then Coach Elmo would have to go. Really, Tatum O'Neal. Did you fall for her after when you were little with the original Bad News Bears? Wasn't she married to John McEnroe? Am I remembering that right? And then he married Patti Smith. Is that right? Wasn't Tatum O'Neal married to Johnny Mac? Start your day up with Adam, ATT-EM. How many touchdowns would Barkley have if the Eagles didn't do the tush push? God, I hate the tush push. A detriment to the sport of football. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, we get to 1,000 and episode 150 on Monday. Wow. Amazing. Couldn't do it without the help of all of our great sponsors, which I'm going to talk about right now. Family Fencing, sponsor of our studios, 540-200-8294. They are the best. It's warm, so help them out. Let them come help you out. McClellan Chiropractic, Mark Hunley, over on 155 Walters Drive. I know I said it would happen in March, but it will happen in April when I go over and we're going to film the back popping. Sundown Electric with Jeff Smith and his brother. Superior craftsmanship, attention to detail, clear communication, honest about what they're going to do, pricing down in Ellison. Give them a call. The NRV Super Bowl served the community for over 25 years. It's where we're going to do our meetup. Give Terry or Amanda a call, 540-382-5525. Reserve your lanes for Monday. They're going to do a special national championship deal for you and your buddies. If I didn't have to work the next day, you damn right I'd be doing that. Lawson's Mobile Home Supply has been around since 1997. Parts for doors, windows, plumbing supplies, you name it. 540-381-8011. Thanks to Top Shelf Apparel. ReadySetFund.com. That is Bob Christ, BOBCRST11 at Gmail. Your organization can earn money quickly. Professional Doors, I mentioned, with Travis Williams. Talked to Trav yesterday. Thanked him. Sponsoring our text line, which never stops. From the time the show ended yesterday to last night, I had like 68 new messages. That's great. Don't ever think you're bothering me. Professional, residential, commercial garage doors, better than anybody. National Bank member FDIC, the exclusive banking partner of this program and of me. They made refinancing everything feel easy. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Lara Ramsey. Thank you, National Bank. The fan question of the week is brought to you by the attorney Ryan Price, 701 West Main Street, Trust and Estate Planning, and you have made your choice. We are rocking and rolling with UConn and Arizona on Monday. Little River Heating and Air, that's Charles Lee, 1095 Radford Street in Christiansburg. It looks like the warm weather's here now. Knock on wood. So you need to get your air units taken care of. Charles is the best. Just do it. Just do it. And we're going to hear from Jonathan Sweet in about 10 minutes. Pulaski County Sports Entertainment, the presenting sponsor of this program. The racetrack, he's going to be, man, you needed some energy on a Friday. And we thank Louise Baker, Team Long and Foster Realtors for sponsoring Mike Murray. You guys, you wait till that guy gets on here. Little darlings for K-State Rob. That's cool. Christy McNichol was the it girl. Yeah, I remember Christy McNichol. My crushes. Somebody on the text, who? Oh, wow. You want to go through my? Oh, Lord. You know who the first one was? I'm going to go in order here, if I can remember as a little kid. Dawn Wells, Marianne from Gilligan's Island. Don't ever ask the question, Ginger or Marianne. There's no question. It's kind of like Jordan or LeBron. There's no choice. It's Marianne. Oh, my Lord. It's Marianne. Elizabeth Montgomery. Who? Did you ever watch Bewitched? Wow. Elizabeth Montgomery from Bewitched. Oh, my Lord, I was smitten. They have both since passed on. She was in a lot of other great stuff, too. Remember Elizabeth Montgomery? Remember? They had the two Darren Stevens. They had the one, and then they just kind of replaced him with this other guy. They didn't really announce it. Here he is. T-Bird says Marcia. Yeah, Maureen McCormick. Yeah. Marianne. Valerie Bertinelli, One Day at a Time. This is it. This is it. This is life. Something, 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 something. Ba-dum-bum. This is it. Sorry. Jacqueline Smith. Oh, Vic, I was going there next. That's so funny. Everybody talks about Farrah. Wayne from Ohio. But for me, it was Jacqueline Smith. Absolutely 100%. Oh, Barbara Eden. I Dream of Jeannie. Yes, sir. Remember, she was the lady manicurist on Andy Griffith. And all that was an episode of her hotness. That's all that was. Probably couldn't get away with that today. That's the one where it's one of my favorite little really quick cut scenes. And they're watching her walk away, and Andy and Barney are standing there, and Andy says, "No, sir, that is definitely not a boy." It's a great line. Lori Partridge, wow. Who had a massive crush on David Cassidy. Hell, I probably would have too. That's a good looking dude. The Partridge Family, yeah. What was her name? She was in L.A. Law. She won like Emmys. Why can't I think of her name? Wayne, who played Lori Partridge? Aunt B for the cooking. The cooking, and that's all. Linda Carter. Yeah, Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman. Yeah, Shirley Jones. Yeah, she was low key. She was married. You know what was the weird dynamic about that show? Now, see, this is where the pop culture channel is going to really be good. Susan Day. Thanks, Vic D-Bird. Shirley Jones in real life was married to David Cassidy's dad. So his stepmom was on the set with him. How weird is that? Stepmom playing his real mom in the show. His dad was a theater actor and apparently a hard ass as a father, but yeah. By the way, if you ever see the David Cassidy documentary, there may have never been a bigger sex symbol in this country, or that just in the world. he took the world by storm. It was crazy how popular he was before a lot of people's times. But I didn't know about all of it until I watched it. I was like, wow. I don't really remember Partridge Family episodes, though, before my time being old enough to. But I remember I've seen them. I've seen a lot of them in syndication. You know, back when syndication was a thing, before you had to get a subscription to watch something. And then if you want to watch the whole episode, you have to pay $3 extra. I promise you that since we've hit 1,000 subscribers, anything that you actually pay for, which would be greatly appreciated, I won't add extra fees. Esther from Sanford. No, Tebow, you don't mean that. So Marianne Elizabeth Montgomery. Now, I didn't like Suzanne Summers a whole lot. I was more of a Joyce DeWitt guy her character bugged me. I didn't like Chrissy Snow. I know she was the star. Oh, and by the way, along these lines, it was so funny. This is working out. Is this Big Dog Pop today? Is it the Me channel? I don't know. There's some channel that shows Dallas episodes, and there's just one on the other night. And I used to love Dallas. Great theme. Larry Hagman, such a great antagonist, man. Great character. J.R. Ewing, what a great villain. But speaking of a rave, and look how everything comes together on the program, since, of course, we hit 1,000 subscribers. Why not? It was Bobby and Pam. Remember Lucy? She was kind of a little slutty. They all went to this club and they were dancing. It was a disco version of the Dallas theme that was playing. And Pam and Bobby and it was just like 2 minutes of them dancing. And if everybody remembers Pam, it was Victoria Principal, who later married Andy Gibb. Nothing wrong with that. So they wanted to kind of showcase her assets a little bit. That was right in the early days of the show. Anyway, the scene ended. Lucy disappeared, and she was talking to Ray. Remember Ray Krebs? For some reason, the dad's name was Jock Ewing. He passed away. The actor passed away early in that show. He was replaced. Never was the same. But Lucy was talking to Ray, and Bobby goes over. What was so funny about it, Bobby goes over because that's his niece, and he just doesn't ask any questions. He just grabs Ray by the shirt and just punches him and knocks him over like a bunch of chairs. I'm like, is that Texas justice? Today, there'd be cell phones. You'd be in litigation. Adrian Barbeau. I had the poster. I'm going to find it. Yes, Adrian Barbeau was on my wall growing up. My mom did not approve. My dad backed me up. I'm not sure, probably because Dad didn't mind seeing it either. The poster that changed many lives. I've thought about trying to buy it again just for nostalgia, but it's very expensive. Here you go. You ready? Here's the poster. It's kind of subtle, but kind of not. Can y'all see that? Yeah. Adrian Barbeau. Absolutely. Angie Dickinson was in that Western. Can't remember the name of the Western. It had John Wayne in it. Rio Bravo. Yeah. Ricky Nelson was pretty good in it. Dean Martin, John Wayne, and Angie Dickinson. So then we segued through, yeah. Jacqueline Smith, great call, Vic. Oof. She still looks great. Had a poster of Cheryl Tiegs. Yeah, Cheryl Tiegs was massive. And then we went into the 80s, and I guess it kind of, you get a little older because you're trying to create your own interactions with real members of the opposite sex at the time. Cindy Crawford. Elle Macpherson, and then I saw Susanna Hoffs from this band called the Bangles. Wow. What? Wait a minute. Rewind. What's the name of that song? Manic Monday? Woo. That's why she's 1A. And then in the early 90s, I was watching I don't know what it was, and they were showing a Mexican soap opera like we have here, like As the World Turns or The Young and the Restless. And I see this young actress named Salma Hayek. And I'm like, I literally, it's funny. I remember saying the first time I saw her on screen, and it's probably why other people felt the same way. I remember just sitting there. And you know how you see in the cartoons, a lot of times you see like the exaggerated mouth agape and it'll hit the table. I believe I was sitting there like that with Salma. So she and I have had a relationship for a long time. And then she made it. And then she made it in that movie with the guy. He's no longer with us. Somebody help me. Oh, Lord. She was in that movie as the love interest with the guy who played Chandler, who passed away because of his addiction problems. Tragic story, by the way. I hate to hear that. I did not like Friends, never watched Friends, but I hate what happened to him. Anyway, he was in that movie with her, and that kind of got her going into mainstream, and she hasn't stopped since. What was his name? Is it Chandler? Thank you, Vic. Matthew Perry. She was in that movie with him, and he was good in that. And then I was like, oh, there she is again. There's that lady I saw in that random Mexican soap opera. Molly Ringwald. I get that. Sure. They did. Hey, Mark, what's going on, man? Subscribe, like, and share. They did Joey dirty and Friends. Don't know why they didn't have him and Phoebe get together. Was Phoebe the blonde? I'm sorry, I didn't watch. So I'm trying to remember. Y'all help me out. Fools Rush In. Thank you so much, Wayne. And that was on like a month ago, and I watched it. Man, she is. And it's funny, too, because there is a scene when he first sees her. I don't know if he may have been at a club. I don't know. And he does kind of the same thing. Like, okay. Phoebe was the blonde. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I'm asking these questions honestly. So if I don't think I'm just, I don't know. So I wanted to make sure I got that right. So yeah, Matthew Perry, tragic story. His life, he never got over it. He hated the fame. It made his addiction get worse. He talks about it. He went on a great crusade too until he finally passed about depression. He said he hated the money. He said the money, what was it? I think it was Prometheus. He said the money. No, that's all right, Mark. No problem, man. Everybody I know has watched it and loves it. You're fine. You are absolutely fine. I know Jennifer Aniston got her start there, so I know that. Courtney Cox, I know she was in it. But he went on a big crusade to try to help people. He never could help himself, and he talked about the fame, the money. He said the money was the worst thing that ever happened to him. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. And then after Selma, I never wanted to make her jealous, but then I saw Monica. No, not Monica. So you guys got me talking now in Friends talk now. And I never watched Friends. Monica, yeah, it was Monica. It is Monica. Monica Bellucci. Remember Monica Bellucci? She's still around. She's an actress. If you don't know who Monica Bellucci is, look it up. You're welcome, America. Mark, Cox and Aniston were the only ones who had a super big career after the show. I think the guy that played Ross was notorious for being hard to work with. You're right. You're right. That's a good point. Yeah, she was the biggest one, Jennifer Aniston. Courtney Cox did a lot of good stuff. She was in that Springsteen video. That Dancing in the Dark. I think that's when she was discovered. Didn't the guy who played Joey, didn't he make the movie about the monkey? I think that's Wayne's favorite movie. Please subscribe, like, and share the channel. We've hit 1,000. We need to go higher. So, again, I can't thank everybody enough. Means a lot. Means a whole lot. Jonathan Sweet's going to join us from Pulaski County Sports and Entertainment. And then Mike Ashley with the open mic. And then Jen not playing her saxophone again. Yeah. Aniston was it. Jennifer Aniston. And, you know, speaking of what we're talking about here, mega attractiveness. Wait a minute. There was a TV show version of Ferris Bueller? Really? Yeah, they each made a few things. Yeah, but she's the only one. Wasn't Courtney Cox in this? Was it the Scream movies? The early Scream movies? Wasn't she in those? Because she met her husband. Was it David Arquette, the guy who played the bumbling sheriff? Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Project Hail Mary. Sounds like you guys had a Thigh Master promo show this morning. Hey, Fridays, just like on the radio show where anything goes. We used to be able to play all request Fridays with great music. I can't do that anymore. Oh, she still is in those movies. Okay. Mark says, funny thing, though, a lot of actresses I don't think are super attractive. Most are shockingly average. Some are hot, obviously, but not much. Well, yeah, because they cover up. And then when you see them, yeah. Selma, though, does not fall into that category. Woo. What's up, Julian? Good morning. See a movie called McFarland USA. It's a cross-country Hoosiers. Okay. Okay. Hey. Seldom has the recommendations of chat or back in the day phone callers or texters been bad. Oh, yeah. Sofia Vergara. She's the main reason I started watching Modern Family. I felt like I was cheating on Selma. She's Colombian. Yes. Yes. I don't know who's my favorite character on that show, though. Phil or Cam? Phil had this, he had the not so secret obsession with Gloria. That's a good show. Modern Family is a good show. And she is outstanding. So you're saying if they remake the movie 10, Selma's the only fit? I'm just saying Selma's a perfect 10, yes. I won't say she's the only one, but yes. Because you don't accidentally fall into being that. You don't just wake up and see that every day of your existence. Exactly. Recommendations are great on chat. Rick listened to Poison's greatest hits. Isn't that an oxymoron? Poison's greatest hits? The band who never rhymed? Every rose has its thorn. Every day has its dawn. Oh, that's good. That's good. Write that one down. Every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Sorry, Wayne. It's a big hit for them, though. You know that. That was their hit. But thank you again for 1,000. It's awesome. It's overwhelming, to be honest, that we're there. You realize for the last, let me see here. Let me make sure. On the optic report I got, the last 6 weeks, we've averaged over 10,000 views a week on this channel. That is just.
Oh my. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was out of nowhere.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, though, Wayne. I can listen to Poison before I can listen to Dave Matthews. I think I got pranked the other day at baseball because Neil was in there, and all of a sudden I heard a Dave Matthews songs come on during warm-ups, during batting practice that I'd never heard. And I'm like, that's somebody's mess. And I didn't acknowledge it because I didn't want them to think they were getting to me. Oh, but I was seething. My ears started to bleed. Sorry. Text line's buzzing. The professional door text line. Who's your all-time favorite band? Queen. Freddie Mercury is the greatest frontman in the history of rock and roll, with the most range of any vocalist. He and Stephen Perry. But yeah. If it works, don't change it. I don't know. I have to have a long talk with Dave. He'd have to really put a lot of pre-funds into the account. I wonder what he would sponsor. Would he come on and just sing? Wayne says, so I surprisingly heard the Kiss song, I Was Made for Loving You, which I like a lot, by the way. I know a lot of Kiss fans criticize that song. It was a big hit for them. I think it was their biggest hit. At my Matthew's wedding, and my mouth dropped. Great version by Youngblood. Okay. Tune in to Raptor Baseball versus Upstate later today. Rumor has it that Rick might do parts of the broadcast. Yeah, I got to work on doing some stuff in other voices. Yeah. You know, I could have a conversation with Jimbo Fisher and just be the same guy. There's the 2-2 pitch to Nace. It's fouled off. 3-1 here in the fourth. Oh, joining us now on the program, here is Jimbo Fisher. Coach, hey, Rick, how are you? What the hell's going on here? Does Radford need a baseball coach? No, Coach. We're good. Hey, I'll take a lot less money. I got screwed over down at Texas A&M. Love Guns N' Roses, Tebow. I do. You get into that era, the Black Crowes, GNR, and then during the grunge era, I had not heard anything that I liked, and I don't like to put this band in a grunge era category, but Stone Temple Pilots changed it all for me in the 90s. They are my all-time favorite 90s band. They're great. Scott Weiland, God rest his soul, was an amazing vocalist. And they are by far, by far my all-time favorite band from that era. I just had I mean, I just had purple on in the car yesterday, driving to baseball. Oh, that's Jonathan Sweet will join us coming up. Beatles or Rolling Stones? Chad Hyatt, our head athletic trainer, says, you calling me out? Ellie Walker from Andy Griffith. Yeah. Yeah. Beatles or Stones? Respect the Beatles for changing music. The way music was recorded, they were the ones who started the thing that ended up being Dolby sound at the time. They did so many things in studio. But in terms of music that I like, Vic, is this a bailout? I would rather listen to Rolling Stones albums than the Beatles. Although I like many Beatles songs. If you're telling me in pure music, I would pick the Stones. For me, and I'm not Fred the Beatle guy. Matter of fact, Fred, God rest his soul. Man, I miss Fred. We used to have good discussions about that. And he and I had a conversation about that. We had a respectful conversation. I'm not dissing the Beatles at all. But I would go with the Stones in likability of the music because it's blues. I know they both were, but Rolling Stones was really broadly blues based, and I'm a huge blues fan. Stones borrowed a lot from the great blues artists in America at the time. You ever watch Keith Richards back in the day or Mick talk about it? It's really cool. 1991, August and October. Key albums released. Nevermind by Nirvana, Pearl Jam's 10, Metallica's Black album. Really? All those came out at the same time? Wow. Blood, Sugar, Sex Magic, Use Your Illusion. And Guns N' Roses was the biggest thing in the world. And that's what happened to Axl. He talks about it too, much like we talked about with Matthew Perry and what we talked about with Dak. Couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. Can you imagine walking around like Elvis Presley back in the day? Or Magic Johnson, my God. Or, Magic Johnson too. Michael Jackson. The biggest star. You're the biggest star in the world? How do you live? They should have Jimbo Day to dedicate their new Garnet Field. Imagine a P5 copy and a Boise promo. What would Bobby Bowden think of that? Tatum, Mama, Miss Piggy. Yeah, I didn't either, Tebow. It's an unpopular opinion, but I never got the whole Nirvana thing. I guess because they were the first. I like the riff. I like the way Smells Like Teen Spirit sounds, but I never liked any of their other music. Sorry. Again, not taking them out of their place in what they created, but I wasn't into Nirvana. I didn't like Pearl Jam a whole lot. I liked a few of their songs, but I thought they also extremely overrated. Exactly, T-Bird. Exactly. But it's been fun, man. We got a lot of people jumping on and hanging out with us today. We're celebrating 1,000 subscribers. I mean, my Lord, we're just popping here today. And as always, the Selma Hayek Extra Talk is always appreciated here on the program. Joining us now on the program, it's always appreciated because I'm telling you, if you're not fired up and ready to go on a Friday, this guy's going to do it. Look at him, Jonathan. What's up, brother?
The big dog. Good morning and good Friday, my friend.
Good Friday, and we have hit 1,000 subscribers, and many thanks to you and all the folks at Pulaski County Sports Entertainment. We're kind of having a celebration day today, so it's great. Wow.
I love it. Congratulations. That's a milestone, Rick, but just the first of many. The first of many. for this.
I hope so. Well, brother, we couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being the title sponsor. And tell us about. I tell you what, we had Stacy Compton on, and he was talking about the track and talking. You could hear it in his voice, man. He is so enveloped in this, and he's so wired. You had a great weekend. People talk about what this has done. Did it exceed even what you thought it was going to be, being out there and seeing it back and up and running?
Absolutely, yeah. But Stacy's so authentic, and he believes in the IHRA. Of course, he believes in the whole motorsports industry. We're so blessed to have him as part of the team, and big things are on the horizon. But speaking of big things, that we had the most amazing first oval race. I can officially, without question, say racing is back. Rick.
It's back, baby.
Is back. It's back in Pulaski County. It's back in a big way. It's not just oval racing. We're looking forward to some drag racing. We're looking forward to mixing it up on a bunch of entertainment offerings. So we definitely hit our mark with partnering with IHRA. They're a first-class organization. It did meet my expectation. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm always honest with you, Rick.
I know you are.
I'm going to be honest with your viewers as well. We didn't get our ABC permit, or I should say IHRA didn't get their ABC permit for this first race. They had a hiccup. ABC is a really it's a big challenge in Virginia.
Yes.
It's a good challenge. It needs to be. It needs to have all the checks and balances, but we didn't get it. And so there were some concerns that would affect attendance. Well, the sun shined on that racetrack and the weather was beautiful and the fans showed up and the racers showed up. We had, I think it was 36 cars on track.
Oh, wow.
For that final race. Yeah, there wasn't an empty space on the track. It was from the lead was to the tail of the race. It was unbelievable. I thought it had too many wrecks. I've never thought I'd ever hear myself say that. There was a lot of, because that's a fast track. It's a competitive track.
It is.
It's awesome. So yeah, it was good, clean fun, pure entertainment. I think it's going to get even bigger. The ABC issue is going to be resolved, and they're going to not just offer great food, but great beverage selections as well. And the track it's alive and it's open for business.
Well, and that is a big part of it. And I think Stacy mentioned that might be a little bit of a wait on that, but it's going to happen, and that'll change things as well. But I'm so thrilled for you. It brings back a piece of the legacy of this entire area, Pulaski County in particular, what that speedway meant for so many years, and to have it back like that. I know people are excited, and the fact that you've got both types of races, you're going to have the drag strip. I mean, it's just perfect, man. It really is.
And it's community minded. I mean, you saw that the kids playing on. It's an amazing playground. If folks don't know that, they can bring their kids. It's kids friendly. I would bring earplugs for them, of course.
Yeah.
But they enjoyed the playground. There was so much interactive activities in the fan area. Simulators. I got in one.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I got in a simulator.
How'd that go?
We might have had to push reset a few times. That last gear gets away from you. But I tell you, it is just an experience all the way around. I took my 8-year-old. All right, this was an experiment in family entertainment. I took my 8-year-old. It was daddy-daughter date night, and
that's
she
cool.
Loved it, Rick. She loved it.
That's awesome.
She absolutely. She saw some of her friends there. They played tag on the playground. She was engaged in the race because it was just so exciting. It sets up so well to spectate there. Yeah, it was an all around great night, and she might have helped me get around the track a few times in the simulator. She was sitting on my lap.
Well, that's cool, man. It's cool that she just embrace that too, right? It's just, and it's always been a kid-friendly place, and you've made it even more so, as you mentioned, with the playground. So that's awesome.
It's a special place. Again, thanks to Sheeler and David Hagan and Larry Sheeler, those guys for entrusting us with that asset and believing that we're going to write the next chapter. And thankfully, we found a great partner to do it with IHRA.
A lot of people have been asking since the updates, what are the latest updates with the sports complex, man? Because as excited as people are about the track, Jonathan, man, people are really, really stoked about the sports complex.
Absolutely. Channel 10, Channel 7, they both did. Channel 7's was last night. We're getting ready to do a really nice press release and tee up what's coming next in this critical path that we're following, because there's going to be job openings. There's going to be memberships released, membership rates released. There's going to be programming updates. But right now we're in the construction phase and we're on scope, on time, and on budget, which is project manager's dream to hear, right?
Yeah, that never happens.
I know. It's exciting that we're able to say that. I've got a great county team that is working on this. We've got a good engineering team. We trust our contractors, and things are working. We're working through challenges and seizing upon opportunities to really dial that space in. We've learned so much from traveling all over, and taking best practices and worst practices. We're keeping the things we don't want in there. We're changing things. We're really dialing in. It's going to be a special space. We're targeting for substantial completion mid-September. So that, of course, can always slide. That's construction. And it's renovation versus new. But we're thinking this thing should have some doors open in October, Rick.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. The storefronts are in, painting's getting ready to commence, the electrical's in. All of the majors are checked, and now it's getting down to, we're going to be painting soon and dropping flooring in.
Yeah, the trifecta of project management. Exactly. That's great, man. That's staying on budget. That's incredible. That's
absolutely. Incredible. Let me tell you what my day looked like yesterday. So
this is great. This is great. I want to hear this.
Yeah. So I show up at the Sportsplex real early. We do a piece with WDBJ7. Shout out to Lindsay. It was her last day yesterday. Thanks for picking that story to be your swan song. And several meetings throughout the day. And then I had a 2-hour, I'll admit, forgive me, taxpayers, I spent 2 hours working with our Parks and Rec director and consultants. We were picking out furniture for this thing. Picking out furniture, right? So we have a great interior designer and had so many selections, but I say this with all seriousness, that we're working on the fine details of this place, right? The feng shui and the ergonomics and the durability and the motif, all of those things are important in a project like this, right? We do not want investors' remorse with this project, and we're not going to have it. I think we're being so intentional with what we're doing, and on the flip side, from a membership standpoint, we're sharpening our pencil. From the programming standpoint, and Tim Miller will talk a lot more about this when he comes on. But yeah, we're going to have so many events in there, and we've got to really think about it from a versatile, universal standpoint. How is this building going to be so versatile? We can universally use it for basketball and pickleball and futsal, wrestling. It's tough to stretch your thought process to be all encompassing, but we're doing it. We got a great team.
Well, it's great. And you mentioned, and the fact you guys are embracing pickleball, it's funny. This is true story. It was last week going into baseball. Our tennis courts, we no longer have men's or women's tennis at Radford, which you know.
Yes.
But our tennis courts are open in public, and a lot of them it's used for pickleball. And we had these couple of young kids. I was talking to a couple of our students, and they were like, "Are there any pickleball leagues?" And I said, "You know what? Coming up, it's going to be a complex in Pulaski County. It's about 20 minutes away, and they're going to dedicate. It's going to be great. I think they're going to have leagues. Keep an eye out for it." And they were young; they're like sophomores and freshmen. So there you go. And I thought, well, there you go. You're tapping into that. It's huge, isn't it? So pickleball is one of the things you guys are going to have. So that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So not only is it great for the community, but we also can use that as a tool to attract and retain the talent that's graduating RU. Right. We're gonna attach heartstrings and grow roots and let them know that they have access to all kind of cool opportunities and amenities right here in Southwestern Virginia, right here in Pulaski County, that they don't need to go back to Northern Virginia or wherever, they might have moved from. That when they graduate, there are jobs here. It's a great quality of life, and we want them to get further connected. But a lot of those RU kids, they're regional, right? I mean, they're from Mount Rogers region, Roanoke
Right.
Valley, New River Valley. I mean, these are our kids, so we'd love to have them as part of some of the activities we got going on in the Sportsplex here very soon.
Well, and it's going to relate having something what you guys are thinking of in all your projects, because young people want things to do. They come to college. What can we do around the area? Where can we go and continue to play a certain sport, do certain things, go watch events like the racetrack? So they see all this. Yeah.
You're going to love this. So just that very thought, you get it, Rick, and that's what we love about you. Our tourism department is working with Radford University's tourism studies, and we're creating influencers. I mean, they're basically ambassadors, but we're teaching them and enlightening them and exposing them to all these cool things that are in Pulaski County and in the New River Valley, so that they can tell their friends and their colleagues about what's there to do off campus. And as you know, Radford University is competing right now, so go vote on being, again, the #1 outdoor university.
Yep.
Because of not just where it's located, but everything that's around it, all the amenities in Giles County, in Christian, in Montgomery County, in, of course, Pulaski County with the river and the lake and the trails and, all the things that we've got. So it is an outdoor adventure destination.
Sure.
And they're already here, right? So they just need to enjoy it while they're here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This area we are the outdoor area. I mean, this whole community, all the communities together. You think about it. I mean, there's very few spots that can say that, but this is a place that lends itself to that. And everybody wants to be outside when the weather's nice. Everybody wants to be doing something where they can get exercise. So it just falls right into everything that you're creating up there. So,
absolutely. And I got to mention, it's getting ready to be baseball season, buddy. The River Turtles are back.
They are. They are. About a month. Yeah.
Southie Park will be open, and I'm excited to see what the roster is. Last year, we had a lot of RU baseball players. A lot of that talent was right here in Pulaski, playing in Calfee. Very entertaining league, very entertaining team. So much to do at the park. It is so family friendly, but it is for all ages. You will love the experience if you haven't been. I know you love it, Rick. If you ever you ever want a special experience, let me know, and we'll get you to throw out a first pitch or something out there.
I did that once before. I could do that.
Good deal. Good.
We need to do like the show from up there, like do a special evening during a game or something, and just have everybody come on. That would be fun. I want to talk to you about doing more stuff like that with you guys.
Absolutely. That's brilliant. I think you're going to have a lot of opportunities in the Sportsplex to do productions live out of there. It's going to be any day of the week. I mean, there's going to be something going on a lot there. If it's not a local or regional, it's going to be a Eastern Seaboard invitational, right, where we've got folks coming from all over the place, but a lot of cool stuff on the turf field. This is a vision I had. You got to hear this. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Well, we're not picking out furniture, right? So on this indoor turf, we have a vision to have the largest indoor backyard cornhole tournament. And on the turf, we're actually getting the lines painted, so you can come and drop your pickleball, your cornhole board right on the turf, and have the lines for your feet. And it's already perfectly spaced, and we're gonna have all these things lined up, and we're gonna have Virginia's largest indoor backyard cornhole tournament. So you better find a good teammate, and you better start practicing some cornhole, because it's going to be an experience you want to see and you want to be at. We're going to be able to do so many fun things like that. It's a blank canvas. We've got a facility. What do we want to do?
Absolutely.
And I think there's an appetite for that stuff, Rick.
There is. Yeah. 100%. You can't go to a Tech game without seeing literally dozens and dozens of folks just playing cornhole the whole time while they get in game mode, if you know what I mean. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they need to come in game mode for this, but we're gonna have but we can have big screens in there. We can actually we can broadcast live. We were going to have the bandwidth to do those types of things. We can have live streams of the tournament.
Oh, very
We
cool.
can,
Very
yeah,
cool.
we can have March Madness up on the screen next year, right? And watch that while cornhole's going on. I mean, this thing is going to be so versatile, so state of the art, so super cool that when we get in there, we're going to say, hey, why can't we do this, or why shouldn't we do? We don't even know yet what we're going to be capable of doing. So cool.
Question about, what about golf simulators? Is that something that you guys are considering as well to have up there?
We partnered with TrackMan. We're so excited. TrackMan,
of course
is
you did.
really, it's the top of the line, state of the art. I can't, some of these things I can't talk about because we're working with sponsors and stuff, but
Sure.
everyone we've walked through that building has just been so impressed and so excited. TrackMan was no different. They're going to have, it's going to be a showroom level experience in there. We actually have an entire golf institute. It's going to, it has a lot of demand on it. We're going to be training the next generation of golfers in Pulaski County, next generation of state champions, and this facility, it's going to have a lot of demand on it. But yes, we are going to have a simulator, 3 bays in there. We're going to have leagues. We don't want to step on the green seekers of the world that have invested in these types of indoor sims.
Sure.
What I think we're going to do, Rick, is actually feed those. We're going to give individuals exposure to indoor golf that's going to feed business to those who have invested in indoor simulators, because there's going to be a value and an appreciation for what that does for the game, how fun it is, and how wholesome it is to play indoor simulated golf. And of course, the TGL, that helps. I mean, it's opening people's perspectives to playing indoors. It's a really cool experience. I love to play indoor golf, basically because I love to play golf. And it's Good Friday.
Yeah.
And today's the holiday. Guess what I'm doing today?
Well, you're golfing. You're golfing, aren't you?
I got about a dozen emails to answer and 2 phone calls to make, and then Rick, I'm playing some outdoor golf today.
Of course you are. Why would I think you're doing otherwise? Yeah, exactly. Well, man, it's all good news, and congratulations to you and your staff, you and Tim. And we got to follow up now with Tim and Stacy. We're going to try to have him on regular. He said he'd love to do it and keep us updated with the track. But that was huge, man. And I want to tell you, just from our people here that went and experienced it, they were very excited. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of people said it couldn't be done, right? We couldn't reinvigorate, restart racing. You can do anything with a great venue and the right partner and the right team. The county team, Tim Miller, so many of our county folks, and a vision, right, and a will, and we're doing it. But moreover, you can't bring racing back without the fans. The fans have to show up, and they've got to get engaged. And if that didn't engage you, that race, nothing will, because that was some entertainment. That was great racing.
Well, it's awesome. It's awesome. And so are you, and so is your entire crew, man. And again, thank you so much. I say this all the time, but there's few things I'm prouder of to be able to say this program is brought by Pulaski County Sports Entertainment, since that's my home. That's where I grew up. So it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Rick Watson was brought to us by Pulaski County.
Exactly.
Great things come out of Pulaski County. I tell you.
Well, I don't know about that. I appreciate that. Well, brother, listen, have a great time. Have a great Good Friday on the golf course. I know you will. Somehow I think you're going to have fun today. I don't know. I'm going out on a limb. But congratulations on everything, man. I'm so glad it's going so well. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Appreciate you. You're part of that. Thanks, Rick. Thanks for everything. Good Friday.
All right, man. I'll be back in touch with you here soon. All right, man. Be good. There you go. Jonathan Sweet. That guy. Come on. That guy. 2 things, like you have like titles. He's the Chief Administrative and Economic Development Officer. Yeah. That's awesome. Do they get you energized on a Friday? It should. Jonathan Sweet. Great dude. And I'm telling you, man, everything that they have You heard that, on budget. On budget's the most amazing thing to me. On time and on budget. So it's great. And we're going to take you through this journey because it's not just going to affect Pulaski County. Like I said, they're going to affect all the communities in and around the area. And then there's going to be other communities that want to say, what did they do? What are you doing? How did you do this? And they'll be glad to help. But there you go, Brandon. You got your golf simulation. I wanted to ask about putt-putt. Then I feel like such a loser because that's really the only golf that I can play. What? Putt-putt? Mike Ashley going to join us here. We're going to have open mic. And then Jen won't be playing her saxophone. I know. I tried. Thanks to Jonathan Sweet. And then there's that guy. What's up, Mike Ashley? Good morning.
How are we doing?
We're doing good, Mike. We've hit 1,000 subscribers here on the channel.
Yes.
So I'm pretty stoked about that. That opens up a lot of things for us. So that's great.
Open the champagne.
Yes, exactly.
Cue the band. Cue the sax.
That's right.
Actually,
how you been?
Could have been in a lot of trouble because I used to play the drums, so I would have to come on and play the drums, and nobody wants that.
All right, let's get right.
I look
Not
like
what?
What are those guys? The Lollipop Guild guy this morning. We represent the lollipop.
Are you in costume this morning? Is that what you're telling me?
No, my hair just sticks up funny now. It's no rhyme or reason. I got the wacky professor things on the side. I got the corner philosopher of Oz on top. It's crazy.
Before we get to anything, we're talking about, let's be politically correct, it girls growing up. It girls, Marianne, Elizabeth Montgomery. Who was it for you growing up when you were a young man and you were watching something on pop culture and you went, okay, all right.
Well, I'm a Julie Newmar Catwoman guy.
Julie Newmar, of course.
From way back, yes. So my first true love. So, hey, speaking of women, I want to throw something out.
Speaking of women,
did you read that Thomas Jefferson High School here in Northern Virginia hired a female high school football coach?
Yeah, saw that.
Yeah,
Rachel. See how that goes. Yeah.
Well, that's. I sort of feel connected to that. If people don't know, Thomas Jefferson up here is a science and math magnet school. It's for the smart kids. My daughter almost got in, but didn't. But her now husband played football there. So
really,
I'm anxious to talk to him about that. What I remember most meeting him was his car, the bumper sticker, because of the technology element there at the school. And by the way, now he's big time software engineer, making got the big contract in New York, doing quite well. We're all very proud. But his bumper sticker back in the day said, "We came for the sports."
I like it.
Yeah, it wasn't true at all, but yeah,
that's good. That's good.
I like it too. You got to have that. Most of those places have a good sense of humor. So,
hey, before we get into open mic, Teddy goes, I'm a lifelong Carolina fan. I just learned when watching your show that Mike's a Carolina fan. Mike, who was your favorite player? I think I know the answer to this. Thanks, Teddy. Who was your favorite Carolina player growing up or when you were younger?
Well, I was a late bloomer, and the tandem of Phil Ford and Walter Davis drew me in. But then the 6'7" freshman from Jersey City, New Jersey, Mike O'Corin showed up.
31.
And pumped in that number against UNLV in the national semifinal title game and announced his presence with authority at the old Big Four tournament earlier in the year. And O'Corin was my favorite guy because I wanted to be skinnier and 6'7".
He was good, man. I remember him. Yeah, he was good.
Well, he's underrated. Well, yeah, he's lost in like all the other great athletes they had, but O'Corin had a long NBA career, and he was a great player. But he sort of personified that thing because he only I think his best season was low double figure scoring, but he was known for his defense and his ability to move the ball. And he just fit right into that whole Carolina system that we all want to see sort of stay. I don't know what's going on down there right now. I was going to talk about that today, but there's really nothing to talk about. Apparently we got to wait till Monday to see what shakes out.
Tommy Lloyd.
Well, we hope he's a top candidate certainly, but right now the search committee is running the four corners.
That's good.
Reference, y'all.
Of course, that's good.
Yeah.
Of course, that's good. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. The way that was a weird response he had to that question the other day. The one that you usually hear before, like to thank Arizona, we won a national championship. I'm very excited to lead the next chapter down here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, wearing his light blue.
Yeah, well, you and I have been through this where we've lost beloved coaches that we've worked closely with, and yeah, that's a tough thing. So I sort of was only rooting for Billy Donovan, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. And so yeah, Lloyd is a great candidate. But hey, how could I be disappointed if the Salem guy got the job, Mark Byington, if it came down to him? So we'll see. There's a lot. You never know how these things are going to.
I know you don't. You
never know what's going to influence you. You don't know, is winning the NCAA championship at Arizona a good thing or a bad thing? If you want him to come,
that's a great question. That's a great point.
Leave if you're,
I know. I don't know the answer to that. That's a good question. It's a good question.
Right. Well, I asked the good questions.
You do ask the good questions.
And I was going to talk about college basketball. If you want me to move on, here.
We're going to get into the open mic. Yeah, I didn't want to ask you a question I knew you were going to be talking about anyway. So let's go for it.
Yeah, we need to work on that. Obviously, we do a lot of prep for this.
We do. Let's go, Mike. Let's go.
All right, my NCAA bracket has officially applied for FEMA disaster funding. So my championship pick, Arizona, is still alive. Michigan looks like they've built major momentum since the term has started. And in the other bracket, number 2 UConn and number 3 Illinois both qualify in the modern era as Cinderellas. As a longtime observer of the college basketball condition, this is the strongest Final Four field in years. And there were really more good teams I saw play during the NCAA tournament than I could remember in a long time. And I guess it all makes sense if you realize the top programs can now go out and buy the pieces they need every offseason. And well, here we are, better basketball product on the floor at the upper level, and lots of other folks getting some nice parting gifts and a home version of the NIL game. And that brings us to Campbell. Campbell University, Radford's old Great Pumpkin-style Big South rival. They wear orange and black, if you didn't catch the reference. The Campbells lost their basketball coach Tuesday when Mark Anderzak announced on social media that basically the school didn't have any viable way to compete financially in college basketball, previously their signature sport. Campbell added football a few years back, and that allowed them to leapfrog into the Colonial Athletic Association, along with short-time Big South and long-time Mid-Eastern Athletic Association members, Hampton and North Carolina A&T. It was another lesson for us non-football playing signatories that the grid sport rules the roost at all levels. My sources down south tell me Anderzak may have been promised things under a previous president that aren't coming to fruition now. It's also possible these promises weren't actually vetted to see how realistic they were in the thriving economic hub of Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. So Anderzak probably doubles his salary now as an assistant at Louisville under former Winthrop coach Pat Kelsey. Campbell takes a basketball PR gut punch, and the pep band plays on. Adding to my further discontent with rebound and gown these days, I learned this week that it's now customary for basketball players, the NIL guys, to take classes online so they can stay in bed following games and rest up more for their job, further distancing themselves from the traditional student-athlete experience, which is something, we always took great pride in at Radford. But I do remember assistant coaches at our local schools, and remember I worked at Virginia Tech a couple years too, who had to go around each morning to make sure Hokies and Highlanders weren't skipping their 8 a.m. classes. Charlie Moyer, one of the all-time good guys in the business, got run out at Tech by Burris Hall boneheads when it was revealed many of his upper-class athletes stopped going to class after basketball season. Yeah, that was true. They were all traveling and working out at pro camps and headed for either the NBA or overseas for much bigger paychecks than their classmates in sociology and fast food ecosystems could expect. My mama would have kicked my butt if I hadn't gotten my degree. And it's not like Sports Illustrated was knocking down my door to hire me as undergrad, though I did break the big story my junior year how a gopher was sabotaging the RU soccer field back in the day. Hey, it was just good investigative journalism, just like the gopher. I kept digging. So should the NCAA, which is not operating at anywhere near a sustainable model these days, particularly for all their schools.
Very well done. No, you couldn't be more right. I get more disgusted almost every day with the things I learned about what's going on. I just
Had you heard about this? How some of the NIL guys don't go to class because they take them online?
Yes, I know all about that. Yes, I know all about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough said. But there's I remember who was it? Matt Leinart, his senior year at USC as the Heisman Trophy quarterback. I remember famously people were saying that he only had one more class he had to take. He was taking ballroom dancing. That was his only class during football season that fall, which I was like, well, how does he qualify as a full-time student? But I stopped asking those questions a long time ago because no one could answer them.
Well, yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately, it is what it is.
I did hear the USC athletic mouthpiece comment on Matt Leinart's status. He said he didn't. He just tap danced around it. Oh, it's too early. I haven't had enough.
You're always on. You're always on.
Trim this thing off top of my head.
I think you leave it. I think you just leave it. I think it looks great. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Now I forgot what I was going to ask you.
Hey, let me say something about your previous guest. I caught the end there, and you guys.
Oh my gosh, Jonathan Sweet.
Pulaski County golf, which I cannot think about without thinking of Chuck Tickle.
Chuck Tickle, yeah.
Original Hall of Famer at Radford, and the best college golfer I ever got to see, play during his prime, and and I always think of is Thorn Springs Golf Club still around at all, or is it long gone, or up there on the Route 11 Drive?
No,
it's still there.
Yeah.
It's been usurped by other newer, nicer courses, I know, but I have fond memories of going up there for picture day with the golf team and that. And we had a great golf team at the end of the NAIA into the NCAA Division II team, and then Chuck, of course, placed nationally in both tournaments. His junior and senior years.
And given those folks up there, whatever they need to do to get it, trust me, they will do it. It's crazy. What you saw from Jonathan and Tim Miller's been what they're doing, man. That Pulaski County is going to be the leader in all this stuff. It's going to turn the whole area into a sports mogul play. It's going to be. Watch out! It's just now starting. It's going to be huge. We're going to have stuff here that we never thought we were going to have before. Really,
I look forward to that. That really can be a great economic engine. My experience as a guy in Salem with the Stag Bowl played a mile from my own house and things like that. I know what that means to the community. People kind of underrate what that can do. And our old soccer coach at Radford, Don Staley's now in that profession as an industry leader with the places he's been down in Alabama and all over. Yeah, it is. And for those of us that love sports, what's not to love?
That's right. Yeah.
Build new facilities, which helps your rec programs and everything. It goes to that actually does trickle down, unlike the politics thing. So
exactly. They'll get it fixed up though. They will. They'll research and get somebody in here that'll be able to redesign it, and it'll happen. I guarantee it'll happen. There's no question. Because golf's too big in these communities, I think.
It really is, and I should play more than I do. It's the only sport I'm aerodynamically designed for now. But I'm no good, and I'm too competitive. And
I'm not either. I'm terrible. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I know what I wanted to ask you. I don't know how to word it, but women's basketball, college basketball, is a snore fest. There's nothing about it that's drama. This is 2 years in a row, the top seeds have all made the Final Four. The interest seems to have waned. It doesn't get the publicity. Caitlin Clark was the catalyst for all of it. She's gone, and the way the WNBA is kind of going out of its way to reject her. What does women's basketball have to do to create a March Madness type of atmosphere? Because this thing's chalk. It was so easy to pick the Final Four
It was. But yeah. The as much as they try, the talent hadn't spread out like it did in men's basketball to make that work, which people forget was the step in that was going from 15 scholarships in men's basketball down to 13. Well, two guys at the end of the bench of the great teams had to go play someplace else now to get their scholarships. And that really helped. Then TV blew up and everybody could get on TV, and that really helped. And Caitlin Clark kind of blew things up and brought more eyes there, but basketball hasn't fixed their product top to bottom. There's still the more disparity. You don't see first round upsets on the women's side because the women's teams are so much better at the upper level, and it's so much harder to break into that. And then if you saw Gino, I love Gino Auriemma because he was such a carnival barker back in the day, creating that rivalry with Tennessee, which was, at that time one of the few games you was sort of must-see TV, Tennessee and UConn. And he turned that into a rivalry. He did that Miami thing, University of Miami football thing. We'll play anybody anywhere because it's gonna make us better, and it's gonna bring more people watching these games. And so he did that, and now he's a very outspoken voice about some of the things they're doing wrong. They're having what did he say? Like 6 a.m. shoot-arounds on game days?
Oh, what he said the other day, yes.
Yeah,
it was beautifully said. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you remember that thing that was it last year when they had the pictures of the workout facilities the women had at the hotel, which was just some weights laying around and maybe some donuts. You can say we're equitable and that we're trying to do everything to make it great, but then the proof is in the pudding, So I do like the way it's moved now, Friday, Sunday, because that can really, it was silly because if you went to the women, you had to stay around till Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So again, just minor tweaks like that are getting better. But I will say this, and I've said this for many years now, even before Caitlin Clark. As far as me, and I'm a basketball guy. I love basketball, and I'm a purist. And when I go watch the women's games, I see a better brand of basketball being played in terms of 5-person team concept, of moving the ball, spacing the defense, and all that. Where the men can rely just on that guy that's got the individual talent that can ISO. Isolation of this, you think about the guy backing down, dribbling, and that kind of stuff. I don't want to really see that. I want to see the ball move around. Now, if the women could just shoot the ball a little bit better, that's the problem that Gino was talking about, relating to the shoot-arounds, was correct. How the percentages were so low. And we've seen some of that in the Devon Center, because Mike McGuire had a great team this year, and I rarely see them take a bad shot, but yet their shooting percentages aren't very good. It's just, then people always go, well, they should lower the rim. Well, okay, great. So we go out to all the playgrounds and we lower the rims. You can't do that. You got to go with what you got. If basketball does anything, they've got to make the court a little bit wider, because the men's game now those athletes are too big. They cover too much space. And making it wider, I think, would create more opportunities offensively. And, people wouldn't step out on 3-point shots, which drives me crazy.
You should be the new basketball commissioner. I love it.
No. But, yeah, well, my big one is the charge block call.
Oh, I know.
Now they've gotten a lot better at it. But back in the day, man, there was so much of that. Every game got stopped with some official dancing off the baseline and making that signal like that, or doing this. So and I always thought the way you fix that was you change the signal for the call. A charge should be like when you tap your head and rub your belly, and then you'll look silly doing it, so you won't call it so freaking much to make yourself the show. I feel like Stephen A. Smith now.
You are now. Are we on First Take right now? I'm getting yelled at.
Oh, please. I haven't had coffee yet. That's the sad part. Anyway.
One more from Eric. Mike, what's your favorite Andy Griffith episode? Wow.
Oh, that is so tough because there's great lines in all of them. I have a special attachment to the Malcolm Tucker episode, though. That comes to mind first. The Malcolm Tucker episode, the businessman traveling through, and And there's little nuggets in that one. Like Opie's so excited because if he stays over, he gets bumped out of his bed and has to sleep on the ironing board. Adventure sleeping.
Adventure sleeping. Yeah.
And of course, the Barney on the porch, yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Just do it. Do it. For God's sakes, do it. Go see Thelma Lou.
Wow. Because I talk about this stuff so much, I get clips of Andy Griffith on my feed on social media all the time. And they have to be watched. You cannot just bypass them. I have to watch them. So I'm getting reinvigorated because there was the time I went home and plopped down and Andy Griffith was always on the TV at 5:30 in Roanoke. And it's hard to explain that to people outside the area, how important that was to all of us.
I know it was. I'm with you. The two for me, I like the one where Barney's the accidental hero. Remember, they have the thug, the thief who's in town, and he was writing him a traffic ticket, and he ends up tries to get out of there, but Barney runs into Barney, and they're on the ground, and Barney doesn't know what's going on, and then the deputies run up. You're a deputy. The state police come up. He got him. He tackled it. I'm going to get you for this, deputy. Remember that one?
Yes. Wasn't that the guy that played Sergeant Hacker?
Yes, it was.
Pile?
It was.
Also,
it
was the butcher there?
Yes,
and,
yes.
And the haunted
guy's the name, baseball in the haunted house. I love that episode.
I saw that one the other day. Yes, that is gold, pure gold.
God, I love that. I think the baseball in the that's my favorite one. Yeah. All right, sorry, but anyway, good stuff as always.
I would whistle if I could, but I haven't had my coffee. My lips.
I understand.
I do the theme for you, but yeah, we can't.
Well, enjoy the Final Four and enjoy watching your future head coach down in Chapel Hill win the title.
Well, don't jinx. Come on.
He'd be great.
If it happens, Dean Smith there. We're doing it for our seniors. Yeah,
if it happens. He'll be great. Be like Susanna. What's her name? Who's the redhead in Bull Durham? You'll be great. He'll be great.
Susan Sarandon.
Yeah. Susan Sarandon. You think I can make it to the show as a manager?
Annie.
He'd be great. He'd be great.
That's another thing that has to be watched every time it's on too. By the way.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right,
man.
Goober says, "Hey."
Hey to Goober.
Thanks, Phil.
Take care, brother. Good stuff. Thanks for asking Mike questions. I like that. Yeah, get Mike talking about Andy Griffith. Screaming Mike Ashley on a Friday take. Wow, yelling at me. First take with Mike. He'd be much better than Stephen A. Smith. I'll tell you that. Because at least what Mike said would actually make sense. Jen the Gamecock Girl going to join us here to finish up the week. What a week it's been, man. Started all with Marty and Rags. That's continued to get rewatches, and now we've made it over 1,000 subscribers. Whew. Can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Thanks to all of our great sponsors, which we've talked about. Couldn't do it without them. Just shows you that we're reaching a vast array of folks, and there's a lot of advantages for helping us out on the program. Family Fencing, sponsor of our studio. Get a free quote, 540-200-8294. McClellan Chiropractic, that's Mark Hunley, right off of Walters Drive. Go see him. I'm going to go see him. Promise you it's going to happen. Travis Williams, Professional Door Incorporated, text line, 540-391-0788. 38 years in business. Incredible. Best garage doors in the world. We just talked to Jonathan Sweet, thanks to Pulaski County Sports Entertainment, the presenting sponsor of this program. Little River Heating and Air, Charles Lee, 1095 Radford Street in Christiansburg. Make sure your air units are ready. It's going to get hot soon. I love it. I love warm weather. I never feel like I'm hot. I hate being cold. But if you need to check out your units, you need them updated, give Little River Heating and Air a call. They are the best in the world. They are. They help me so much. BDST Fan Question of the Week brought to you by the attorney Ryan Pry. He's at 701 West Main Street, Trust and Estate Planning. The two folks who asked me, let me know if you went down to see him about your trust. National Bank member FDIC, the exclusive banking partner of me and this program. I had a lot of things I wanted to fix with my financing. I wanted it all in one place and one payment. And boy, they They put it together just like that. Ready, set, fun. Ready, set, fun. Sorry. ReadySetFun.com. Bob Chris, CRST11 at Gmail. If you have an organization, event, sports team that needs money, get it done. You want a t-shirt, by the way, thanks to Brandon at Top Shelf, $20. And Sundown Electric, our latest sponsor. Excellent reputation. Long list of satisfied clients, craftsmanship. They're honest. They tell you exactly what the job's going to take, how long they'll be doing it, and what they'll be using. They take the time to meet with you. How many people do that? Well, they do it at Sundown Electric. Thanks to all those folks. The NRV Super Bowl since, it's 25 years ago. That's math. 2000-ish. They've been around. And Lawson's Mobile Home Supply, 540-381-8011. Don't forget, Monday night, you can watch the college basketball championship, and they're going to have it up on all the TVs while you bowl. They're going to have a special deal for your beverages, food, and your bowling. Joining us now on the program. Ooh la la. Oh, senora.
Hi, good morning. You made me feel special on my Friday.
You won't be greeted like that this weekend that you just got from me. There you go.
No, I won't. I will not. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm okay. I've been working a whole lot.
I know we didn't get to do the run through. People were asking, so I've been telling them, well, we didn't get to do the test, so didn't hear from her. So when she's ready, we'll give the test for the sound test for the saxophone.
Thank you for your patience.
I understand. What's part of how this thing's gone for so long, right? Patience. You need a little patience. By the way,
we would be done because I know you work around all my crazy work things, and you're always really kind about it. So thank you.
We understand one another, Jen. We always have. You ready for some good news?
Yes.
Are you watching your screen?
I am. So you have 2,000 subscribers. Is that what that is?
Yeah, we've gotten to 1,000 subscribers.
Okay, congratulations.
There you go. You're a large part of that. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks. A little small part, a little tiny part. I saw you had Marty Smith on and all those big names. I'm sure that's getting the numbers up.
Well, those are always great. And see the reverence he has for Coach Ragsdale. He always texts me after. And he said, as a matter of fact, I can tell you, he won't care. He's going to cover the Masters, right, next week. He said, Rick, I get to do all this stuff. He goes, but I'm telling you, there's nothing I appreciate more than your show, being able to sit down with Coach Rags, who meant so much to him. His dad's passed away. And to be able to talk to him, he goes, it's the thing I think about the most. I was like, wow, that means a lot. So it's pretty cool.
That is sweet about him. I read that autobiography, and he is very genuine about his NRV roots. I love it.
Brandon says fan bases can grow tireless, especially those in the SEC. He spells S with a $.
I mean, what can I say?
How things going in practice? Everything good? How's Shane's bald spot? Is it growing?
Seems like everything is going well. I mean, things are always optimistic and happy before the season starts. Nobody is ever like, oh, we're going to be terrible this year.
I don't know. I've done that with years of my teams. Oh, boy, we're really going to suck. Hey, let's go anyway, but we're not going to be very good. So,
well, you're more cynical. Gamecock people are optimists.
And you really have no right to be. So it's really cool that you have that mindset.
That is true.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the fervor around Dawn Staley maybe trying to win another natty? She's got a tough first-round game against the team that Gino Arenas says is the best he's ever had. So good luck.
Yeah, I'm not feeling tons of optimism. I do have my colors on to honor the women. But yeah, that the UConn team, wow, they look good. I just have to give Dawn Staley props because I personally feel this has been her best coaching year. She hasn't had as much to work with, and we lost 3 players around the start of the season, all unexpected. So, I mean, she's done really well with what she's had, and had to be very creative in some of the management of the roster.
I did see where they had the most pay-for-play money of any program. That kind of helps.
I think I heard that. I don't know that. Where did you see that?
I don't know. It was one of those things that popped up on X. They were talking about the budgets of women's sports, and they highlighted a picture of Dawn Staley, South Carolina women's basketball leads. I don't know how people are putting all these articles up about budgets and money spent because they don't know. Trust me, I know this isn't something that's public knowledge in most places. I think people are just trying to get clickbait. But I could see South Carolina, that program being one that probably gets a lot of money to buy players. Certainly they do. Of course they do.
I mean, I think any of the successful teams would say the same. I don't think that's a reach. I don't think we're number one. I mean, I would guess LSU pays more.
For women's basketball? I don't know.
I would think so. I think that's why we lost our point guard. Well, that and she thought she was going to start full Wiley. She went down there, but she hasn't ended up starting there either.
Well, I think not against, both our teams I think are going to lose. I think it's going to be, that's tonight, by the way, right? Final Four's tonight.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be UConn and Texas. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I actually, this is maybe a bad confession. I don't know. Honest confession. When I filled out my women's bracket, I picked UConn to win. I think UConn's team looks fabulous this year, and they've been a lot of fun to watch. And I do love Gino. I think he's a great coach. I admire him and respect him. So, I want us to win inside, but logically, I just don't know that we have the juice to do it. And they have, their team is wonderful. Sarah Strong is it. She's really fun to watch. She was great last year as a freshman.
Yeah, I'm with you on Gino. A lot of people, he rubs people the wrong way. Not me. I think he's what he said the other day about women's basketball, about the practice. I'm telling you, he's right. Every time he goes off about something, he's right.
He is right. I like he's brave enough just to say it, and I like he doesn't get all yelly and worked up about it. He's just like, here are the facts, boom, boom, boom. This is why this is bad, and he just lays it down.
Well, this is one thing that has been fortunate for me getting to talk to coaches. When I was doing Tech women's games the first year, and we went to the Sweet 16 with Bonnie Hendrickson's club down in North Carolina, we played Tennessee. And, I do a pregame interview with the opposing coach. And, Pat Summitt was just, God rest her soul. She was everything that you thought Pat Summitt was. Just a wonderful lady, just awesome. She was actually so cool. She let me watch their practice. Like, you feel bad when you're in the arena. You get the hell out. A lot of coaches want you to clear out. And she goes, when do you want to do this? I said, we can do it, before the game tomorrow. I don't want to bite. She goes, well, we just do it after practice. I can come back. She goes, no, just watch. I said, we don't care. Just stay. So I got to sit and watch Tennessee women's basketball practice. And that's when they had Shamiqua Holtzclaw. Remember her?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm getting off track. About Gino. There's a big rivalry. One of the questions I asked her was about that. They were kind of having barbs and all that. But off the mic, she goes, Gino was a sweetheart. She goes, I love Gino. We a lot of this stuff, we know how we need to come across publicly. We're trying to build the game, but she said then, and this is 1998, 99. She goes, he's going to go down as the greatest women's basketball coach that's ever lived. They're going to win. I don't know how many titles, and he's going to take us into the next. She's telling me all this off mic. So there was this persona, this vibe that they didn't like each other, but they did. It was a part of the shtick, if you will. They understood that they wanted to grow the game together, and he understood and recognized her as the greatest coach to that point. He's probably surpassed her since, but I thought that was interesting. So ever since that moment, I've thought of Gino in a different way. And then every time he opens his mouth, you're like, yep, he's right.
Yeah, it's all calculated, and it's a very shrewd way. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's obviously not new to this. He's a seasoned expert when it comes to managing the media, and he knows he has a hot mic and a strong message to carry with it. So he uses it frequently and really in a smart way.
Yeah, he does. Well, that's good. I hope the games are good. I forgot that's tonight.
Yes, I'm a little bit worried about what kind of game it will be. The line, I think, was 7 with Vegas.
Yeah.
Have you checked it recently?
I'm looking right now because I didn't know either.
I just I wanted to see a good competitive game like that. Was it last year that UConn killed us? Like I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
the
it's
last
7.
time.
It is 7.
I don't want to have a big blowout situation. But it's funny. Just for a while there, we had the power, and UConn came to Columbia, and we crushed them here. And the power has shifted back. So maybe next year reset. I don't know how much more Gina's going to coach. Do we know that?
I don't know. I think he loves it. I think he absolutely loves it.
And he's still obviously, able to do what he's doing. So, but what I was going to say is I think we'll be restocked a little next year. Maybe we'll have more to offer, but I would be really surprised if we are able to win tonight.
Gino Auriemma in 41 years. 41 years. Wow.
12? I can't imagine that. I've done what I've done here at USC for 24 years. And to think of that, that's so impressive. And you rarely see that anymore. Coaches aren't loyal to the same institution like that.
12 natties, 25 Final Fours.
Yeah, we're proud here because this is Dawn's 6 in a row, 6 Final Four. We're really proud of that, but that stat is not the same as the Gino one.
Well, women's basketball is in a tough spot, though, because the dominant teams are too dominant. There's not a lot of excitement. It was easy for me to pick. The last 2 years, I've picked the Final Four teams because you just go with the number 1 seeds.
Right.
There's no drama in the early rounds.
There's just such a sharp drop off after those. Yeah, it's really tough.
And there seems to be nationally not as much excitement about women's basketball as it was just a few years ago with Caitlin Clark. I don't like to see that. It just feels like it's kind of bottomed out a little bit. I think the WNBA is not helping it. Its reputation, the things they continue to say and do, that league is bad. Let's just say the way it is. Hasn't helped a lot. So we'll see.
I think there were some fun moments. So for me, I had not watched TCU at all. And Olivia Miles was fun to watch. She's an interesting character. I definitely saw some teams that I don't normally see. And, of course, too, this is women's basketball and men's basketball. Both are during my busiest time of year with work. But I have found it enjoyable to watch. But I agree with you. There hasn't been much beyond the top tier of teams.
No, none whatsoever. None. So now you've been working so hard. When's your next vacay? When you flying out of town again?
I don't know. It's been harder for us because we had to miss because of weather, which is so rare here in South Carolina. We had to cancel 2 audition days, and then everything got compressed, and we had to figure out other solutions. And it's just we've been running since then. So May 1st is the annual lock day for students who are committing to colleges as undergrads. So hopefully after that, for sure. I know for sure I'm going to Vegas with my girlfriends, and we're doing that in mid-May. I saw you just light up with that. So that may be the next thing. I've got to go to Richmond for work coming up to do some recruitment in Virginia. All State Band, Choir, Orchestra. They're all in Richmond later this month.
I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you the question because Mark just sent it on our professional door text line. I believe I heard Jen say once on your show that she's a Redskins fan. Who's your all-time favorite player?
John Riggins. Diesel, baby. I love him so much. I love his persona. I love the way he played. He brought me a lot of happy times as a kid.
I wish I could get Riggo on the show. That'd be great.
He might do it.
I don't know. That'd be great.
He might charge you.
I'd love to have him.
My sister.
Yeah, he might be. He might pull Seth Greenberg. You don't need the money, Riggo. Can you give me 10 minutes? Come on.
My sister-in-law works at a vermiculite mine and kind of near in between Fredericksburg, Richmond, over in that area. And she's the chief engineer. She studied mining engineering at Virginia Tech. So she has an unusual job, but a cool job. And Riggins called and wanted to buy a bunch of vermiculite. So she met with him, and during the meeting, she said, "Hey, can you sign this for my sister-in-law? She would be so excited." And he was like, "Not unless she pays."
Really? He wouldn't do it unless you paid? Wow.
Yeah, I had sent one of my jerseys. I have probably 4 or 5 Riggins jerseys. I sent one of them. He said, "No, got to pay up."
That's disappointing to hear, you know?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate she tried. He did sign a little, he said he would sign a sheet of paper. So he did sign that. I do have that. So.
Well, I probably already know the answer, but the most popular question I've gotten this week is, will Jen be at our summertime BDST meetup at the NRB?
I didn't know we were having one. No one said anything.
Yeah. We're going to have Morris. Morris, by the way, we didn't hear from Morris today. I hope he's okay. Yeah, we're going to have one. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, everybody wants you to be there. We're going to do it at the Super Bowl, the NRB Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay. That's a fun place. Pinball.
Okay. She says, there you go. There you go, chat. Just like her saxophone playing. Sure, it's going to happen.
Well, do you have a date?
No, not yet. We're going to get through my sports season. So we're looking probably June, sometime in June.
Okay. With enough notice. I just need some notice. It's,
okay.
I have things to do here.
Everybody booing Riggins because
why would you boo Riggins?
Well, that's a dick move to say you have to have a payment for sign a quick autograph for somebody. Nope, got to pay. Come on. Just sign the damn jersey. You're John Riggins. You make an NFL pension. You've got plenty of money.
I still love him in spite of that, which is saying something. I didn't want to break up. After I heard it, I was like, okay, well, thank you for trying. And he did sign the sheet of paper.
Did you need some space? Did you need like a little time to did you need a weekend with the gals to kind of get away from him a little bit after that?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the best situation, but I've moved on. And I still love him very, very much. Every molecule of my body loves John Riggins. He's the coolest guy ever. If you don't know the story, listeners, you need to check out the Loosen Up Sandy story with Riggins, because it is one of the best ones ever of any sports figure out there.
And he used to have a mohawk when he was with the Jets. Do you know that?
That was pretty fun. Yeah. I was thinking about some of his old school moments and stories and drinking beer in the shed with the O-line and
yeah. During practice? Yeah.
It was amazing. It'll never be like that again.
They hid beer in the shed. Yeah, they did. And they would go and wow. The good old days. The good old days.
Funny, I was watching some clips, I don't know, fairly recently of him just plowing down people running down the field. And he's not, in those particular clips, he doesn't look the most athletic, but he's so effective. I mean, I wonder how much training he did, like, today's training by those standards. Probably not that much. Just naturally gifted.
I think a lot of people were always surprised by how fast he was.
Yes.
Given how big he was. When you see that great run, that he made against the Dolphins, he's pulling away. I mean, those guys had angles, and he's outrun. I mean, he could really turn on the Jets. So.
Yes. And again, probably not like wearing a bunch of weights on a treadmill with like some sports scientists managing him and clocking, I think, again, so much natural talent with him.
Yeah. It's good stuff. So what's your weekend like?
Well,
you working again? More work?
More work. We're recruiting, so I've got to handle some recruitment.
How big is the recruiting class usually for you guys?
For just people majoring in music, we try to get 90 to 100, but we need a few hundred more for ensembles and marching band and all that stuff. So
you ever recruit like the Triangle? You ever hear like, hey?
Someone who plays the Triangle is considered a percussionist. And so percussionists play a lot of stuff, but they don't audition on Triangle. They audition on snare, timpani, and mallets. So no Triangle for the audition.
So the Triangle is pretty easy, right? Yeah.
It's harder than you think because, like, if you
triangle,
it's getting really nerdy. But if you have to have the exact right grip on it and everything for it to resonate properly, like if you clamp it down, it's not going to resonate and give that you can tell when it's not played well. I know that's going to sound ridiculous. It'd be more like a thud because it doesn't ring, and there's a difference.
Brandon says, wow, so Riggins over Rick. Never a doubt, huh? She never hesitated. Oh, wow. No, she did not. No, it was pretty much, you got to know where you are in the pecking order. And now, I know, when Rick goes in town, Rick's not going to make a trip down to South Carolina. Not going to happen. There's no point in it. I might be asked to clean up, after dinner.
You'd enjoy his company. That just reminds me, I'm glad we had this conversation because a year ago, at one of those silent auction type things, I bought an opportunity to have drinks and appetizers with Lenora Sellers. And I was allowed to bring someone, and I was going to invite you because I thought you would be really fun to have there and chit chat with them. So I got to check on that.
Is that happening? Yeah, let me know. Yeah,
because I do want you to be my accomplice for that.
Okay.
And I bought it, so it should happen. I completely forgot about it until we just had that conversation.
Well, we can get him on the show. That'd be great. We can just do it right there. We can just do it. Hey, just do it live right now. Little live short with now that we have 1,000 subscribers, we can do whatever the hell we want.
Well, the apps, the setting was supposed to be Halls here in Columbia, which is the place. It's really snazzy, nice, the place to be seen, and it's right by the State House. So I think you'd like it a lot. I got to follow up on that.
Wayne says we need more triangle. There you go.
The world needs more music and happy stuff right now in general.
100%. And music usually represents happy stuff.
Yeah. Music makes everything better. Like if you try watching some sappy scene in a movie with no music, you won't cry. But if you get that music on, the strings and the oboe solo, you're going to tear up. The music makes it.
Well, music that makes me cry is like Dave Matthews because then my ears are bleeding.
Oh, not a Dave fan.
Don't tell me you are.
No. But I don't hate it. It's just it's just not my go-to. I understand why people like it. I think he's a good musician. It's just not my thing.
The only time you would play Dave Matthews is when you have somebody and you're wanting to torture them to get information out of them about military secrets, and you just kind of put Dave Matthews on. But then they would crack in 12 seconds, huh?
He's talented though. I mean, like there are people who are just bad at what they do. He's not bad at what he does. He's got a good band too.
Curtis
I just don't like his stuff that much.
Curtis is asking why Lenora Sellers, because Lenora Sellers is the quarterback of her South Carolina Gamecocks. Jen is an employee at the University of South Carolina. She likes jazz. Oh, she loves her some jazz. Is Coltrane's your favorite jazz artist? Is that right?
Correct. I'm impressed you remember that. Thank you.
I know everything about you, Jen.
He whispers, and when you do it with the extra creepy little voice like that, I like that one.
Rick is going to ask Lenoris about Shane's bald spot.
I would murder you at the table. I would just throw you down and choke you on the table if you did it.
Really?
And not in a good way. You won't enjoy it.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah, I could do that. How much money are you making, Lenoris?
No.
Lenoris, how do you feel about this being your last year of organized football? Because you have no career in the NFL. Your thoughts?
Oh, gosh. You better shush. I'm going to uninvite you.
That's true. Yeah.
I'll find someone else. Anybody in the chat? I don't have my glasses on. I can't see what anyone's writing. But if you want to go, let me know. I'll put the glasses on later and check it out.
What's your favorite Coltrane album? How about that? We already got Jerry asking me on the chat. Jerry, are you a jazz guy? Do you know? Is that why you're
I'm
asking?
going to say a Love Supreme.
Yeah.
Love Supreme. Good stuff.
Okay. All right.
But you got to be in the right zone for that. You got to be ready. It's not background like, oh, I'm going to have a dinner party with my friends and put on like that's not something that musicians consider a compliment. Like, oh, I love your music. Is when I'm eating dinner and chit chatting with my friends. It's not like, oh, it's not something.
Are you a Miles Davis fan?
I am, but not cracked out end of life Miles, but more like
kind of blue Miles. You're in kind of blue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is your favorite cartoon clip Bugs Bunny's Bunny of Seville cutting hair at Elmer music?
It is pretty good, and I feel like
Rabbit of Seville. Yeah, it's a rabbit.
A lot of us discovered classical music through that venue.
That won a lot of awards too. That won a lot of awards. That
really good. It was well done. I still love it. I still love watching it.
It's genius. Yeah, it really is. A lot of those old, again, Warner Brothers cartoons they weren't made for kids. They were made for art, which you don't get anymore.
Well, I would say kids and others, like they had a way of being.
It was adults. It was adults. Yeah.
Yeah. Sucked into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun.
Which is one of the many things I appreciate about you, dedicating your life to true art as opposed to 93% of the slop that we're fed today.
Well, yeah. I don't like auto-tune. And I like a performance has a little grit in it, and the recording and the sound. I don't like it when stuff's too cleaned up now. I like when things are authentic, like seem human.
Auto-tunes ruin music, 100%.
And AI is going to go even deeper down that path. So I think I'm hoping that people will respond and want more live music and appreciate the little flaws and things that happen that make it human. And I hope that will lead to more support of live music.
100%. I know Freddie Mercury said it years ago. He said, if you can't perform, you can't replicate what you're doing in the studio live, then get the hell out of the business. You shouldn't be a recording. You know what I'm saying? So I'm afraid it's going to go that route, though. I think you're exactly. And the new generations aren't going to care. They're going to take the money and say, well, this is the way to do it now. And they're not going to care.
I mean, yeah, like any business, if you discover a business model, you can make easy money, then you're going to keep doing that. I mean, the EDM thing, it's fun and all for a short period of time, or if you're really super drunk or messed up, but like it's actual human experience, like connection. It's not that. And I think that's what people really are. I think this is part of what's going on with society. People are living too much life through their phones and not enough human connection, like genuine human connection. So I hope that eventually people will come back to that and realize how much it's needed. And live music is a big component of that.
You mean kind of like the human connection you like to have with Rigo?
And you.
And me. I wouldn't charge you to sign autographs.
Thank you.
Maybe I would.
I still don't have my shirt from the current show format. So.
Oh yeah. What size did you say? Because these things are medium.
Are they unisex? If they're unisex, medium's probably fine. Unless they're really cheap. Like if you got the really cheap ones.
No, I didn't do that. These are the people who have gotten them love them.
Okay.
No, these are the mixed. You know how you get the two. Yeah, I made sure. Well, it was branded at Top Shelf. Yeah, these are really good. Like,
okay.
These are perfect. $20 if you want to buy one. I'll get you one though. I don't know what size you want. This is a double X here, but we're at a small, so medium probably for you, right?
I think medium. Thank you. Those do look high quality. Thank you for not getting the cheap awful ones.
No, I wasn't going to do that. But I wasn't going to get the thick. I hate the ones that feel stiff because they're too thick.
I can't. That makes me feel uncomfortable at the gym, and it's so hot down here. No thick t-shirts.
Beyond with John says, Jen, you're great. Love the stream. Thank you, Jonathan. Welcome. Subscribe, John. Jen's with us every Friday when she's not out of town partying with her hellion girlfriends.
Or watching sports.
Yeah, that's right. They're watching sports.
Oh, come on. Come on now.
All right, listen. Have a great weekend. Good luck in your recruiting. Tell them Rick said hey, and tell Lenore I'm coming to see him, apparently. That'll be great.
Okay, I'll check on that. And tonight, go Cox. Hope we can shock
That's right.
some people and make it happen. That'd be a fun celebration.
Well, good luck. Probably won't happen, but good luck. And the Bruins aren't going to win either, so we'll both be like, okay.
Well, if they don't win, we kind of expected it, but if they do, it's fun.
Yay! Ooh, what if South Carolina and UCLA are playing Sunday night in the next? Won't happen, but
If that happened, I'd prepare for another trophy to be coming back to Columbia.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Go Cox.
All right. Be good. Be proud. Thanks. All right. Take care. Mwah. Mwah. Jen the Gamecock Girl. Yeah. Thank you, Beyond with John. Thanks for subscribing. Tell everybody else. Thank you. Subscribe, like, and share. I'm really, it's tickled to death that we got to this landmark. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Rick sold out of the BDST thongs. I did. They lasted like a week, and then they were gone, Wayne. Crazy. Good stuff today. We do have baseball at 4. Come see us. Radford and USC Upstate. If you can't make it out, tune us in on ESPN Plus. Radford won last night 6-4. Got off to a good start. A positive thought for the weekend. To quote the great Dr. Sidney Freeman, pull down your pants and slide on the ice. There you go. Take care, everybody. Thank you again. Thanks to all of our sponsors. 1,000 feels great. It's unbelievable. And thanks to all of our guests today, Jonathan Sweet, Mike Ashley, and Jen. And we'll see you on the Monday edition. Be good. Enjoy your hoops this weekend. We'll be here on Monday at the Reaction Monday to talk about all of it. Subscribe, like, and share the channel. And we will see you on the other side on Monday.